Hi, I'd like to talk to you about what makes our program different than others. Uh, the, you can go through a detoxification program. You can get onto, a juice fast for a period of time and, definitely feel better. But what makes our program different is that we educate people about environmental toxins that they're being exposed to. And the education covers primarily what's found in our homes, because that's where we spend most of our time. And with our systems these days of air conditioning and heating, many people don't leave their doors and windows open, and therefore the levels of toxins or impurities or chemicals or molds or whatever it may be tend to be more concentrated within our homes than they are outdoors. Certainly working environments is another consideration of exposure. But when a person is educated, when they understand what they need to do in their home, when they begin to understand the toxins that are found in cleaning solutions, in their cosmetics, toxins that might be in a room or a bathroom or the basement that seems to be distant from where the living quarters are, and yet that air is being circulated up through the rest of the house. When people learn about these different toxins, begin to clean up their environment, then, as was mentioned in a previous video, they stop filling that bowl with toxins. So a sort of a typical purification program, whether it be a purification that focuses on the intestinal tract, working on the gut ecology, whether it's a purification that involves, just juicing for a certain number of days, both of those will help to empty the bowl. And yet, the person will feel better. And yet, if they don't stop being exposed to the toxins, the bowl will eventually fill back to the brim again, and they will return to the same state of health they were before. So what is unusual and what's exciting about our program is that everyone that signs up for the plan, whether it's a minimum of 2 weeks or 3 or 4, they're also educated about what they need to do in their home. And there will be some other videos about that on this side as well. So they do the purification program. They've nourished every cell in their body. They've eliminated the toxins through a number of different therapies. Their bowl is much less full. And now, because their environment is cleaned up, those toxins are being exposed to through the skin, the breathing, and their intestines, will not fill that bowl up again, or it takes a much, much longer time for it to be filled. So they have reached a new plateau of wellness that they can maintain. And the more energy or vitality that the body has, the more it's able to excrete and get rid of any toxins that they're exposed to. The issue is that when a person becomes overburdened by toxins, it's a decline, a steady decline in their health until they can't function. So what we're trying to do here is, and the more of their vitality drops, the less they're able to excrete toxins they're being exposed to. It's a downward spiral. But with this system, you get to a new plateau, the vitality is increased, and the person is able to more easily excrete those toxins that they're exposed to. So I think this is the primary difference between what you'll find in other programs, because a lot of it is educationally based. People become knowledgeable, they become empowered, they realize that the cleaning solutions or the Clorox they were using to clean their bathrooms, they realize the harmful effects of that chlorine, and all the byproducts that are produced from chlorine when it comes in contact with organic substances. They realize that these are not something to be playing around with. They're educated, their health improves, and the life of anyone else living in the house, their children, their families. This is a movement of education so that we can begin to change not only the health of the individual, but of the family and hopefully of friends and community, to become more aware of the insidious exposure of chemicals that are really unnecessary to bring into our households and our homes. These chemicals which were developed, many of which were developed as a result of World War II. A lot of those chemicals were used in warfare, etc., had to find some way of still being able to manufacture them, and they were morphed into using it by these corporations to then be making various products, herbicides, pesticides, whatever it may be, to find the market for these. And a lot of people are, of course, very sort of paranoid about germs these days, but there are some excellent all-natural cleaning products which will do as good a job and cause much less harm to people's health. So we're very excited about we have been and are still excited about the program because we're empowering people. We're passionate about empowering people and watching people get well, and it's a very rewarding time. So thank you.